Dreaming of starting your own business but don't know where to start? In this video, I'll show you how to start a business from scratch, showing you 5 inspiring real-life stories. This isn't just a theory. These are real people who started without any experience, money, or connections, but were able to succeed. If they did it, you can too. Ready for some motivation that will change your life? Read on. In 2007, 2 friends, Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia, were living in San Francisco. They dreamed of becoming designers, but faced with high rent prices, they were barely making ends meet. When the landlord raised the rent, the friends thought about how they could make a quick buck. At that time, a large conference was taking place in the city, and all the hotels were full. This was the perfect opportunity for them. They bought a few air mattresses, cleared out their living room, and created a simple website called Airbnb. On this page, they offered inexpensive overnight accommodations for conference guests. To their surprise, 3 people responded to the offer, who not only paid for their stay, but also shared their enthusiastic reviews. The idea worked, but that was just the beginning. Chesky and Gebbia decided to turn it into a global home rental service. They were joined by Nathan Blecherzik, who helped refine the site. Together, they began to expand the concept, allowing people to rent out not only rooms, but also entire houses, apartments, or even unique properties such as castles or tree houses. At first, the idea was met with skepticism. Imagine letting strangers live in your home. But thanks to its security, convenient service, and reviews, Airbnb began to gain popularity. The key to its success was that the company paid attention to the needs of both parties, hosts and guests. They introduced insurance, review systems, and transparent terms of use. A few years later, Airbnb has grown into a billion-dollar business, changing the way people think about travel and housing. The service now offers millions of housing options around the world, from budget rooms to luxury villas. It all started with an idea, an air mattress, and a great desire to solve a problem. It all started in 2007 in Australia, when Melanie Perkins, a university student, was teaching graphic design. She noticed how difficult it was for students to master complex programs like Photoshop. Creating designs took a lot of time, and the programs themselves were expensive and out of reach for many. Melanie thought, what if we created a tool that would allow anyone to create beautiful designs easily and for free? Together with her boyfriend, Cliff Obrecht, she founded an online yearbook creation platform called Fusion Books. The service allowed schools to create personalized yearbooks without complex technical knowledge. The idea worked. The service quickly gained popularity, and this inspired Melanie to expand the concept. In 2012, she decided to create a platform that would allow users to design anything, from business cards to presentations to social media posts. Melanie and Cliff attracted investors, and in 2013, Canva was born. Their mission was to make design accessible to everyone, regardless of experience. Canva offers an easy-to-use interface with thousands of templates and elements. Instead of learning complex programs, users could create professional designs in a few clicks. The platform revolutionized graphic design. It gained popularity among freelancers, small businesses, and even large companies. Today, Canva has over 100 million users worldwide, and its founders have become an example of how an idea born from a desire to make something simpler can change an entire industry. Sarah Blakely, a young woman from Atlanta, worked in sales and was constantly faced with a problem. When wearing white pants, her underwear often left unsightly lines that spoiled her whole look. One day, she took an old pair of tights, cut off the legs, and put them under her pants. It was a breakthrough. Her image looked flawless, and the idea itself was worth millions. Sarah decided that she could turn this random experiment into a business. In 1998, with no experience in the fashion industry, she began working on creating innovative corrective underwear. It all started in her apartment, where she experimented with materials and design. Over time, she saved up $5,000 and filed a patent for her product. However, finding a factory that would agree to manufacture her products was not easy. Most manufacturers either refused or did not believe in the success of the idea. Everything changed when one of the factory directors realized that Sarah's idea might appeal to his daughter and agreed to collaborate. Sarah independently designed the packaging, marketing, and promoting the products. She even arranged a meeting with Neiman Marcus representatives, where she personally demonstrated how her product worked by putting on the shapewear in the store's restroom. It made an impression, and the store agreed to sell her products. Within a few years, Spanx became a popular shapewear brand, changing women's ideas about comfort and style. Sarah Blakely became a billionaire, and her story is an example of how one simple idea can turn an entire industry upside down. In the early 2000s, online shopping in Ukraine was still in its infancy. Vladislav Chechekin, the owner of a small appliance store, noticed a growing interest in online shopping. His wife Irina, who had experience in marketing, supported the idea of creating an online store. In 2005, together they launched Rozetka, the name of which was inspired by the symbol of electrical engineering, a socket. It all started modestly. The site offered only a few products, including household appliances, electronics, and accessories. Interestingly, one of the first products sold was a stove. The Chechikins worked almost 24/7. Vladislav managed the technical part in cooperation with suppliers, while Irina was responsible for marketing and brand development. Unlike competitors, Rozetka offered customers transparent information about products, fast delivery, and the possibility of returns. They also implemented a feedback system, which added trust from buyers. The key to success was the transition to a marketplace model, where sellers could independently list their products. This allowed Rozetka to significantly expand its range and reach different market segments. Today, Rozetka is one of the largest online stores in Ukraine, offering millions of products in a wide variety of categories. Starting with a kitchen stove, the brand has grown into a true e-commerce empire, demonstrating how simplicity and attention to customer needs can change the market. Patagonia's history began in the 1950s, when a young climber, Ivan Chenard, passionate about mountaineering, decided to make equipment for himself and his friends. At that time, quality equipment was almost non-existent, and Chenard realized that he could change that. He bought an old forge and began forging his own climbing hooks. These products were stronger and more durable than those on the market. In the 1970s, Chenard was faced with an environmental problem. The metal hooks that were widely used by climbers were damaging the rocks. Then he began to produce alternative equipment that was less harmful to nature. This approach became the basis of the brand's philosophy: respect for the environment. In 1973, Ivan founded Patagonia, initially as a company for the production of quality equipment and clothing for outdoor activities. However, the brand quickly became something more. Chenard decided that business should not only make a profit, but also have a positive impact on the planet. Patagonia was the first to use organic cotton, recycled materials, and invest in restoring natural ecosystems. In addition, the company gave 1% of its revenues to protect the environment. In 2022, Chenard transferred ownership of the company to environmental organizations, leaving all profits to support the planet. Today, Patagonia is not just a clothing brand, but a symbol of a conscious attitude towards nature. Through its innovations and unwavering commitment to ecology, the company inspires millions of people to care for the environment, showing how business can be a force for good. Now you know that success begins with an idea, self-belief, and the first step. Each of these stories proves creating a business from scratch is possible. The main thing is to act and not give up. If this video inspired you, subscribe, like, and share with friends who also dream of their own business. Remember, your success story begins right now.